Hello and welcome to Steve's Vintage Model Builds. Welcome back to subscribers and returning viewers and all those who may be joining us for the first time. Welcome. Hope you'll enjoy what you see and hope we have a bit of fun here. Okay, so yeah, I took a little break for a little while. After Jack left us. Well, he's back now in a special place there on the table. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, I did a couple of reviews that were fun and stuff that had just happened to come in around that time. And then after that, I just yeah, I left it all. And a couple things came last week, which we're going to take a look at today. But we were busy getting ready to go to Calgary. We wanted a little break, so we just did a weekender out of town. It's just a short flight, and our airport here is just down the road, and WestJet flies there direct. So it's just a little over an hour in the air, and our airport here is small. The one in Calgary isn't, well, compared to a lot of places it is, but yeah. Wasn't impressed to have to walk 20 minutes to get from where the airplane, or where we deplaned to where we got our baggage, with only one very short people moving sidewalk. So I mean, we're okay and everything like that, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who don't require wheelchairs that might have a little trouble with a 20-minute walk. So, and no one was there to assist. So that's life traveling these days. That's why I hate it. But it's a necessary evil. Used to enjoy it for a brief period there in the late 1990s. It was actually enjoyable. In any case, so today we got two somewhat related things. And so the first thing here is the Vallejo World War II paint set. World War II Desert, British, and German armor and infantry. These are Vallejo water-based acrylic paints, as opposed to Tamiya, which are solvent-based acrylic paints. And this it's a set of 6, the standard size bottle, whatever size that is. 17 milliliters, it says. And we get dark sand, Iraqi sand, green brown, green yellow, khaki, and stone gray. And on the back, they also indicate how to paint for German forces, desert forces, and British desert forces. One thing I did notice that's kind of interesting is they have here, they have the tank here. The color is Iraqi sand, which is interesting, since as far as I know, the Africa Corps didn't fight in Iraq. And anyways, so but in any case, that's what they say it is, and I'm sure it'll be a color that we'll be able to use. Maybe it's one of those things that follow the logic, like the official color for Israeli tanks is cyanide gray. So there you go. Okay, and yeah, I use Vallejo paints quite a bit. Someone mentioned to me one time they were kind of horrified that I would use Vallejo paints. I don't know why. I've had good success with them. They're water-based, so you know, they dilute down very easily and clean up very easily. The only thing you want to watch out for is you never want to clean these or your brushes with anything that contains alcohol. You want to just use regular water or the Vallejo thinner brush cleaner, whatever stuff. So for some reason it just gums it right up, just like, oh, it makes a mess. You might as well just throw your brushes out after that. And I can say that from experience. So yeah, that's one thing. But otherwise, I found them to be great. You know, you can dilute them down; they go on beautifully. And when I've been able to get the airbrush to work properly, they've gone on nicely. So they also do a product called Vallejo Air, which is pre-thinned, ready for airbrush use. And I think I have, yeah, there's the cyanide gray. That's for the Merkava tank that I have yet to build. Okay, so, oh, yeah, and this was like $28.91, $29, including tax. I figured, you know, you get 6 of them, $5 a piece. Yeah, that's as good as I can get here, if not a little better. So, so yeah, I went ahead and ordered them. So, gonna enjoy using those at some point. Okay, so now next on the agenda is a box that came from Amazon. From a company called Timbertech. And it says on the label here the box weighs 9.6 pounds. So obviously I know what this is. And in a moment or two, so will you. You might be able to guess, since I said the two things were somewhat related. Just very carefully. So yeah, we had a lot of fun in Calgary. We have a niece there who we actually never met before. She's from the Philippines, working here in Calgary. So it was nice to know someone when you go to a place you're not familiar with. And so yeah, so we had a nice visit with her. And ooh, great food, great restaurants, I'll tell you. It was worth it to go just for the food. Okay, so now we have this big box, and I'm going to put it down so we don't damage anything. Okay, nice bubble wrap, never throw that stuff away. Okay. Pause while we get this out. Okay, and so here it is. Ta-da! The Timbertech air compressor. Here we go. This is what weighed 9.6 pounds or 9.4 pounds. And well, we'll get to that in a minute. So we get the compressor, and we get the accessories. We'll go through all of that in a moment. This weighs 9.5 pounds. This is good and heavy. Nice handle here. Pressure gauge. Whatever this thing does, I guess I'll find that out. And we'll also find out what's going on in here. So I'm going to set this aside for now. And now what I have now is the Iwata airbrush, and I've been very pleased with the airbrush. I have no complaints about it. It seems to be a lovely airbrush, from what I know from my limited experience. This is made by, and of course Iwata is a #1 in the business. This is the combo kit I got with it was the Neo Air, and this is the compressor. As you can see, it's somewhat smaller and much lighter than this one. And unfortunately, I found it to be somewhat inadequate. So, I'm the first to admit I'm not very good at airbrushing. Well, not very good at much, but not very good at airbrushing. It seemed the problems I was having were not related to my inadequacies. I don't know. It didn't seem to matter how I thinned paint, how much I shook it up, or whatever did. It just didn't want to come out evenly. The compressor seemed to always be struggling, and it even shut down on me a couple of times, which I guess to me indicates something was getting overheated. And so anyways, when I got that airbrush, I also ordered these whole set from Timbertech, and these are pre-mixed airbrush paints. These ones were all neon colors, and yeah, so there's that. Now, so I'm hoping that this will solve my problems. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Open it up. We're going to take out the plastic. Ooh. Sorry about that. It's rush hour here, and can be a little noisy, but don't worry, it'll be over in 10 minutes. Okay, and so we have lots of goodies here, and here we go. Obviously, we have the air hose, compressor hose, and it looks like we have different sized nozzles, 3 of them. We also have different sized needles, 3 of them. The one in the Iwata is a 0.35, and I guess I'll find out when we go through the instructions. And Airbrush. It's a gravity fed. It's got a nice weight to it. The cup here is it's fixed, as opposed to the water one, which can be unscrewed. I don't expect that's a big deal. And of course we have the little wrench tool that you need, and looks like these are little droppers for your paint. Now isn't that nice? There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna pick this up, put this aside. Oh, the other thing is just as stuffing packing stuff. This piece of styrofoam came. It's just kind of like a spacer to close up the gap so it didn't slide around in the box. Perfect size for a nice little diorama. There we go. And I actually have two kits on the way. They're both diorama worthy. I love these little resealable bags they give you too. They're so handy for lots of other things. Okay. Unless you're different from me and you put this back into the plastic bag that it came in for storage all the time. Not like me. Me who, no, I file it away carefully. I don't chuck it. But anyways, okay. So let's take a look here. And I think I mentioned I got this through Amazon, and I will tell everyone at the end what I paid for it. Okay, so it's we've got the Timbertech Airbrush compressor set. Thank you for choosing our product. Please read this manual carefully. Da, 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 da. Special attention to the safety instructions, etc. Small air compressor for household use. General safety instructions, personal safety. Da, 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 da. Operating instructions. Insert the plug into the outlet and turn it on. Some people might ask if they should turn the plug on or the compressor, but that's all I'm going to say about that. The air will come out directly through the air outlet. Once the air pressure reaches the maximum pressure of 4 bars, compressor will stop automatically. Turns on again automatically. Oh, I see. So that's kind of like a little plenum chamber that keeps the pressure steady. I understand. Okay. Working pressure can be adjusted as required in the range of 0 to 4 bar by the regulator on top of the air filter. There it is. With the Neo, it was 3 preset settings. Slow, slower, and not as slow. Anyways. Okay. Then it tells you what you can use it for. Then we get the exploded view breakdown. And it lists all the parts, which is very nice. I certainly wouldn't be inclined to take it apart for repair, but I suppose if you were, that would be helpful if you wanted to do that, and probably invalidate any warranty. But anyways, Okay, and then we've got the parts description, power plug, power switch, handle, blah blah blah. Cleaning and maintenance. Inspect general condition. I always check when I know I don't know a lot about these things, but I do know some things. And I always check the vents. Always check the vents, make sure they're not clogged with dust or hair, or Dustin hair, or Dustin Hoffman, whatever. Then it gives you troubleshooting. And then we've got the Airbrush. As I mentioned, a double action function. The needle that's pre-installed is 0.3. And working pressure 1 to 3.5 bars, whatever that may be, in terms of PSI or kilopascals or whatever it is. And then it tells you how to use it, fill the fluid in the cup, etc. And that's it. Then we move on to French and yeah, I guess probably Spanish, yeah. Okay, so we'll take a closer look at what's in here. I'm not going to try and do a demonstration with it today. Okay, so this says well, it's not preloaded, but okay, so 0.3 millimeter, 0.5 millimeter, and 0.2 millimeter. And I doubt there's any reason why the Iwata wouldn't be able to work with this, but I'm going to start with trying this out. So we get a nice long hose, and yeah, this is going to be, I can just put this at the back of the bench here, and hook it up. This hose is long enough. The other one wasn't really very long. And I'll have to look that up. Anyways, so there you go. And you get 4 droppers. And the different size nozzles. So you get different size nozzles as well as different size needles, which is nice. Okay. Okay, so I can't really give this a rating because I'm not that knowledgeable. There we go. But from what I know about general things is this has good weight to it. It's good sturdy construction. It has the suction cups, although they don't seem to be sucking very well right now, but we'll deal with that. And then we get the airbrush itself. 3 needles, 3 nozzles. Are y'all ready for this? $118 Canadian, including shipping and tax. Free shipping. $118 Canadian for the whole thing. So I'm thinking, you know, it's going to be pretty hard to go wrong with it. But it was Amazon Prime. So if I'm not happy with it, I can just pack it all right back up and send it back for a full refund with no problems whatsoever. But, you know, like I say, from everything I'm seeing here, it looks like a, you know, good, sturdy, standard type compressor. I don't know what did they say it was. I think I've got it up here somewhere. .16 horsepower. So I don't know what the other, the Neo Air was. All it just said was that it was 3 speeds. I think up to 4 psi or something. Anyways, it didn't strike me as being being very strong. So yeah, so there we go. $118.71, and you know, it shipped in a few days. So and I just saw today another one. Same idea. This was I think $129 before tax, but it included a whole bunch of paints and stuff. And the Timbertech paints I've used, they've been great. No complaints whatsoever. Okay, so that's it for that. And glad to be back. I missed everybody and missed engaging with all my buddies. But slowly crawling back to normalcy. Of course, now the battle is that I got crows after my corn. So I'm going to have to go out tomorrow and get me a slingshot. In any case, you don't want to know about my problems. Everything in the garden, though, is growing along very nicely. Although it's slow this year because it's been so cool. All right, so thanks again for joining me. I think I'm up to 462 subscribers now, which is totally awesome. I really appreciate that. Appreciate everybody's time. And, you know, if you like it, give me a like. If you want to leave a comment, leave a comment. Whether you like it or not, just be respectful. And I will probably do a separate little video just on this when I'm ready to paint something. And I think I have something in mind for it right now that won't matter if it turns into a disaster. Okay, so thanks again, and have a great day, everybody. Bye now.